Hey, this is Seth with In-Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my June 2025 digital marketing career walkthrough video, where I will walk you through just a handful of the tens of thousands of open digital marketing jobs in the United States. So let's get right into it. Right here on the first page, I wanted to point out this SEO manager position. Now, this is an on-site position in Overland Park, Kansas, but what I like to encourage my students to do is to apply anyway, even if you don't live there, especially in a smaller city. They've only had 30 people apply, and this is definitely an entry-level position. Create and implement monthly SEO strategies, track lead generation, research SEO trends. And for the requirements, when they say again, degree in business preferred, you don't really need a degree. Again, companies still use this education as a proxy for your intelligence and skills. And once you show you actually have the skills, the degree doesn't really matter. And it says here, strong understanding in local SEO, including Google Business Profile optimization, strong technical SEO skills. This is what you will have when you do the course. Communicate effectively, analytical skills. Nothing, it doesn't even put a number of years here. So this is a very entry-level position. And again, a company like this that's in Kansas is probably going to have to go remote because they likely just are not getting too many high-quality candidates that live nearby. So I would encourage you guys to apply for this. And I tell I've had some students actually move to other cities to work at these jobs, which I say is smarter than going to college because people move for college to go into debt. Why do that when you could move to a new city and get paid to learn and build your career? So this is a good opportunity right here. This one right here is remote, full-time, and what I think is really cool here is that this company called Zywave, one of my students, Alex Vega, actually works there. And I have been trying to get together with Alex to do an interview, but I wanted to show you the screenshot. This is from within my Facebook group. Alex and a couple other alumni actually created their own Discord group where they are helping my students prepare for interviews. So he's awesome, and his company is hiring, and obviously this company has hired one of my students before. So I would always look for that when you are doing your job search. If you're in my course, are you an experienced and self-driven digital marketing specialist, passionate about customer success? And I love this. Positive attitude, eagerness to learn, 1 year experience working in digital marketing. Again, when you see 1 year, very entry level. In-depth knowledge of online marketing tools, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Business Profile. Now this is interesting because that language indicates a little more SEO, social media, and it puts paid search at the end. But this is one of the reasons why I have my students learn SEO and PPC. You're going to focus on one, but having knowledge in both always sets you apart from the competition. And again, I do not worry about this mass 4 days and they've had over 100 applicants. It's probably because it's a remote job, and I think they are promoting it, meaning this company is they want to hire somebody so badly, they're paying LinkedIn money to promote this job opportunity, plus you have the easy apply. Now, I would actually, again, if you're in my course and you're in the Discord, reach out to Alex, or again, go on Google, look up Zywave, find another way or right here, Zywave.com, can apply on their website. Don't just do easy apply. But this looks like a great opportunity. Here is a specialist paid search at Centerfield. This is another one that came up in my news feed because Elias here is another one of my students who took my course and now works at this company called Centerfield. So this is a paid search specialist, support Centerfield's media buyers, coordinating traffic, monitor delivery of advertising campaigns, bid management, account architecture, structure, execute PPC campaigns, and you have 1 to 2 years of prior experience managing, optimizing. Again, guys, I've had students where the job posting said you need 4 years of experience and they still get hired. Experience working with Google Ads. I like how they're still saying AdWords. Again, it hasn't been called AdWords in about 5 years now. AdWords editor, that's why I encourage you guys to at least just play around with Google Ads editor. It's not essential, but it can help you stand out. Understanding of KPIs, CPC, CTR, CPA, all this stuff. Again, guys, I've talked with so many of my students who have friends who are in marketing programs. They don't even know what CPC, CTR, CPA is. Literally, marketing students do not know this. So when they say bachelor's degree, it's, again, This is human resources. They don't know what they're talking about. If you have one, great. If you don't worry about it. Interpersonal verbal communication skills, hybrid position, competitive salary, PTO, very nice starting salary. So, and I'm about to post in the Facebook group a link to Elias so you can reach out to him if you're in my course, which is great. Again, in the course is a really great network of alumni who love to help out my students. Here is a junior analyst position in search engine marketing at Horizon Media, again, promoted by the hirer. Junior position indicates that this is for entry level. It is a 6-month-long full-time hands-on position where you're going to be trained in PPC, identifying and developing keywords, advanced bid optimizations, campaign launches, keyword research, ad copy, stuff, again, you already have learned in the course. And it says you have general knowledge or interest in PPC and SEO, analytical thinker with interest and capabilities to work with large data sets and numbers. Must be ready to work full-time, basic level of Excel, and an interest of PPC. Marketing would be nice to have, but not required. Again, I'm glad they at least said that. But realistically, guys, again, these marketing degrees teach you such nonsense. You're actually better off not having one. Interest in media advertising. Guys, this is one of those unicorn positions that I talk about, especially at 40 to 50K. This is clearly an entry-level position. Horizon Media, I would definitely... physical activity and work environment, no requirements. That's right, you're going to be sitting at your chair most of the day. But I would, if you're in the course, I think you should apply for this position, research the company, look it up on LinkedIn, see if there's people at the company you can reach out to. Everything you've done in the course is above and beyond what they're asking for here, so you will definitely stand out from everybody else applying. Here is a media associate position. Allied Global Marketing, remote position. You must be able to work East Coast hours. That's a question I get sometimes about people who maybe want to move overseas. So the main issue, if you're a US citizen, you can get hired for this job, but if you move to, say, Asia or Europe, you just have to make sure you can actually work the hours of the company that hired you. Your qualifications, like that says, please note this is not a position in content creation or artistic skill sets. That is really interesting they put that there, guys, because again, a lot of times people think digital marketing involves making stuff with Canva or, like visual graphic design. No, it is managing advertising. 1-year experience using Facebook Business Manager, Meta Ads, Google Ads, or Campaign Manager. I like that. Preferred and interest in applying analytics to real-world marketing problems. This, in lieu of degree, completion of training, a certification in programmatic or paid social advertising platforms. That's what you have. That's what you have. You have that, guys. You're going to be running actual campaigns. And a passion for pop culture, theater, entertainment. That's pretty cool. So this one is at Allied Global Marketing, Media Associate. Again, apply on their website. Reach out to Maury. I don't know how to pronounce that. Reach out to her. And this is a good opportunity. Looks like we've got, this is a fun one, Weedmaps. That is an interesting company. Weedmaps, promoted by the hirer. Junior position paying $70K a year. That is very interesting to me. I mean, look, they're based in Los Angeles, or Irvine, so that salary makes sense. But this looks like a good opportunity. Again, junior paid specialist, reporting to director of growth, assist the lead for paid search strategy, scaling Weedmaps growth, paid search across Google Ads, Bing Ads, other relevant platforms. Again, Google and Bing. Bing pretty much copied Google. Google is the biggest one. A/B split testing, assistant analyzing KPIs, CTR, CPC, CPA, and ROAS. These are the little buzzwords you're going to know from doing the course. Again, just knowing what these KPIs and buzzwords are sets you apart from, say, most marketing majors. Set up tracking systems, GA4, Google Tag Manager, and again, 1 to 3 years in paid search and performance. When you see 1 to 3 years, that means they want someone with more experience, but they're willing to have somebody with less experience. So guys should apply with confidence and enjoyment. Even if you have less experience and they pay you a little less than $70K in the beginning, that's fine too. But you would be a very good candidate if you've done everything in the course. BA, BS preferred, don't worry about it, and experience in the cannabis space, strongly preferred. Well, I can't speak to that, but there's a lot of companies and a lot of different businesses out there. And I think even if you don't have experience in the cannabis space, I would still apply for this. You got a lot of benefits and PTO and all that other good stuff. So this looks like a good one. Here is, oh, they're no longer Charlotte, New York. Oh, this is great. That's near my hometown. So, but they're not accepting applications. Let's try this one. Cherry Bekaert. This is an SEO specialist. Largest accounting and consulting firms in the country. This looks like a good place to work. They clearly have a lot of money. As an SEO specialist, you'll support the SEO manager, develop and refining SEO strategies, organic visibility rankings, keyword research, SEMrush. This is why I want you guys to learn SEMrush, because you're going to see it in job postings. SEMrush and Ahrefs. Monitor keyword performance, assist with technical SEO, site audits. That's why I have you apply with the site audit, and optimize Google business profiles. 2 to 3 years of experience. Again, I tell you guys, even if it says 2 to 3 years of experience, you should still apply. Number one, these numbers are not set in stone. Many of my students, in fact, most of my students have gotten jobs that said you needed 3 or more years of experience. Number two, you never know if a company is going to need a junior, someone for a junior position. That's how I got one of my best jobs in my career. I applied for a management position that needed like 10 years experience. I only had 2 years experience and ended up getting a junior position. Google Analytics, Search Console, SEMrush, Screaming Frog, etc. So this looks like, and it's remote. Definitely check that one out. Here is a search engine marketing account manager, a remote, 50 to 65K. I think that, if you've watched enough of these videos, when you see 50 to 65K, that's a huge range in salary. I'm going to point that out in a moment. Utilize tools, accurate budgets, estimates, campaign potential to sales teams as they approach clients to pitch our SEM products. Relevant experience, this is more important. Paid search experience preferred. Keyword research tools, working knowledge of Google Ads, etc. Ability to thrive in fast-paced dynamic environment, Google Ads certification. They didn't say it here, but what I was saying is whenever you see 50 to 65K, that again means that they would like to have someone with more experience, but 50K is an entry-level salary, so you would be a good candidate for this one as well, if you've done everything in my course. Here is a search engine optimization analyst, 50K, entry level, and this is Creative Circle. So what do I say, guys, when you see Creative Circle? And everybody in my course, or even if you're not in my course, you should understand Creative Circle and any temp agency. These are companies that help employers find good candidates. That means that these people who work for Creative Circle get paid money when you get hired, meaning they want you to get hired. So you want to reach out to the person from Creative Circle, go directly to the Creative Circle website, make friends with this person. Because even if you don't get this job, you might get a different job that they have. Entry-level freelance SEO associate, it says right there, entry level, full-time employee after 6 months, keyword research, brainstorming SEO blog topics, update local listings via Yext, SEO performance scorecards, Google My Business, I'm sure is part of this. 1 to 2 years of experience in SEO focused marketing role. It says required. Again, guys, you need to, I really want you to have, the motto is ask for forgiveness, not permission. Always apply. Always apply. In fact, I have a great message here. Okay, this is from Samara, who I'm going to interview shortly. She took my course March 2023, May 2024, got a 50K entry-level job. She started applying for so she's just in the beginning of her career. She already got an entry-level job, but listen to this. She applied for a PP role at an agency that required 4 years of experience. Okay, so she only had 8 months of experience, but she applied for something that said 4 years of experience. She didn't hear back from the company for a couple months, but basically she went up from 50K to 76K because she had the stones to actually apply, even though it said 4 years of experience that she didn't have that experience. You'll hear that again and again. So I think this is a great lesson. Apply anyway. You'll be surprised what opportunities come your way. And I think that is something I just keep hammering into your head. Don't be intimidated, be bold, and have fun while you do it. So again, required, don't worry about it. I guarantee you're gonna have more. What often happens, and you message her, it's right there. And follow the instructions, and apply to this position. I'm sure Sasha has got other SEO positions and probably has not received too many applications from people who even know what SEMrush is, what a site, how to do a site audit or anything like that. So this is a good one. Here we go. This is Americaneagle.com. There is your recruiter, Caitlin, family-owned web design development digital marketing agency, which I thought was the clothing store, but I guess not. It is looking for a PPC campaign specialist, planning, setup, tracking PPC campaigns for clients, staying current on PPC or SEM, basically owning the entire paid search channel. Now again, it says 3 years plus, but I will refer back to Samara's story. Don't be limited by that. I would still try it, especially since this is the thing about this one. If it's on site in Illinois, I don't know if this is really close to Chicago or not. But look, it's been up for a week. It only had 16 people click apply. So I think they're not getting too many qualified applicants. I would definitely try this one. The other thing I wanted to point out, I kept forgetting to say this, is that I've just been through about a handful of these postings. Did you see the word AI listed on any job posting? No, you didn't, except here on LinkedIn. But the actual requirements, responsibilities, and skills, AI is of course a supportive tool. It is it's an efficiency tool. It's going to help you with your research. It is not the fundamental skill set. So I always get that question, and it's a good question, but I'm going to keep pointing that out, that the fundamentals of digital marketing are still the most important thing. Here is an associate paid media in Seattle, hybrid. This one, build and launch, monitor paid search social campaigns for Google Ads and Meta, analyze performance data. And this is 0 to 2 years of experience in paid media or digital marketing, or an internship, which you have if you've generated your experience from my course. Communicate clearly, take initiative. This is all like cultural fit stuff. This is a really good entry-level salary, but honestly, in Seattle, this makes sense. I know the cost of living is a lot of these West Coast cities, but 0 to 2 years of experience, that is an entry-level position. It says bachelor's degree in marketing or equivalent experience. I still think that's funny because if you really want the equivalent experience of being a marketing major, then what you really need to do is just kind of maybe party every weekend and not learn anything about digital marketing for 4 years, and that's an equivalent. If you do what's in the course and actually run some ads, you have done more than any of those guys. Anyway, this looks like a really good opportunity. Again, you don't see anything really about AI listed here. Don't be intimidated. Apply. Even if you don't live in Seattle, it is hybrid. I think it's worth, it's just worth getting into that habit of applying even if you don't fit all the criteria. Okay, here we have a search engine optimization specialist with Jordan Digital Marketing. I've seen these guys posting, which is great. Whenever you see a company that's always hiring, it means they're growing and they always need people. They're a Google Premier partner, support and collaborate SEO account managers to execute on-page optimizations, technical SEO audits. I like how it says support and collaborate with SEO account managers. When it says specialist, this does mean this is a lower level position. So you should definitely apply on their website, get in touch with Sonja, and whoever else you can find on LinkedIn to get in touch with. Attention to detail, understanding of SEO best practices. It says 2+ years experience working in SEO. Don't worry about that. Again, these years experience, guys, are so arbitrary. Unless we're talking about like a senior position where you're going to be managing 50 people, and then you say, yeah, you need 5-10 years experience. But for these junior positions, these guys literally, I think it's like they pick a number out of a hat. They're like, well, 6 months experience, 1 year experience, 2 years experience. It's all interchangeable. Don't be intimidated by that. Analytical mindset, passion for SEO, internet marketing, experience with, working with Ahrefs, Screaming Frog, SEMrush, experience with code. Again, I tell you guys, this doesn't mean you need to become a programmer. It just means you know how to copy and paste tracking code from HTML. and experience with your knowledge of other marketing channels, for example, PPC. And what do I say, guys? What have I been saying forever? You should learn a little bit about PPC. It makes you stand out. These guys are fully remote. They have benefits, and yeah. Remote position, Jordan Digital Marketing. I would, guys, again, when you see a good company like this, if you're in my course, make a note, bookmark them, keep following up on their website, make friends with the person hiring, let them know you're available. And like Samara said in her post, you know, she applied in February for a job and she didn't hear back till April. Don't take it personally. You know, don't take it personally if you don't hear back right away. Just keep putting those feelers out there and eventually good things happen. Jordan Digital Marketing. Here is a paid search specialist at Jump 450. I love it. It's being promoted. 50K to 80K. Oh, and I did this because Ashley is one of my students who was hired here. Now, I was going to actually ask her to tell us a little bit about it, but I think she just had her second baby, so she's resting. But we're very happy for Ashley, and I'm very excited. If you go back through my my YouTube channel, I think she started her career like 2 years ago. She was the struggling artist. She was an artist who now is a very happy digital marketer. She's a paid search media buyer. When you see 50 to 80K, again, that means they want someone with experience, but they're open to someone with less experience. So, you know, 2 years experience in paid media buying. They're not saying too much more about the position, detail, creative problem solving, basically campaign setup to optimization, everything from the course. But again, when you see 50 to 80K, that says everything, guys. That says, because seriously, once you're a year into this career, you're making 60, 70K. If you're really at what they want here, 2+ years, you're not getting paid 50K. Nobody who's working 2 years in the field is getting 50K. So the salary indicates this is an entry-level position. Again, don't just click easy apply, go and research the company and apply on their website. This is an interesting position. I have had a number of students get hired at Coalition Technologies, including Adine, who got hired last year. She's very happy there. She's doing paid search. This is a digital producer position. They just had a paid search position that I think was open and now it's closed. This company, you should bookmark them. They're always hiring. $17 to $35 an hour. That is a huge gap there. But this is a very, very entry-level position that it's not 100% what I recommend, but it could be a good and really, really entry-level position. Basically, it says you should have enough knowledge to pass a skills test in either web development or online marketing, SEO or PPC, which you will have from the course, analytical problem solving, project management. But the language here, because it's talking about WordPress, which I do teach in the course, but when it talks about HTML, JavaScript, and SEO, Google Ads, and video editing software, this makes me think that you are going to be doing non-digital marketing stuff. You're probably going to be doing, some project management and maybe even some like video stuff, which again, it's not my favorite thing to recommend. I try to actually steer students away from positions if you're just going to be doing, graphic design or video. But this job posting does have enough mention of SEO, PPC, Google Ads to make me think that you will actually get your hands on real accounts, and it's remote, and it seems to pay. If it's over $20, $25 an hour, that could be a good starting point. If you do apply to this job, make sure to ask them, like, will you be able to manage real SEO and PPC accounts? And if the answer is yes, then this could be a good opportunity. Because remember, the guys, the goal of that first job is not to make a ton of money, it's to get the experience you can leverage into that second job. But this company's been pretty good. Hired a lot of my students, so check it out. This is a paid search manager with Wpromote. Now, Wpromote has been around for a long time. I actually remember applying for a job with these guys like 10 years ago when I was still actively working in the field. There's Jackie here is the head of talent. Remote first, PTO, planning, developing, implementing comprehensive paid search strategies, direct response, Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, search, shopping, etc. 1.5 to 3 years of experience managing multiple clients. Okay, again, 1.5. When you see the 1.5, again, indicates they're open to entry level. Deep knowledge of SEM industry, paid advertising, knowledge of search engine optimization. So they want you to know a little bit about SEO and PPC. They want, again, preferred managing multiple clients with like 500,000 per client. I know this agency, they didn't list the salary. From what I remember, this is not the like highest paying agency. At least it wasn't when I was in the job search. But basically, if you have $500,000 per client, you should be making a lot of money. You should be making, you know, like 80, 90K at that point. I wouldn't worry about this. Even if you've done my course and you've only managed a client spending 500 or 1,000, apply anyway. And again, don't just use Easy Apply, go to their actual website. Here is a Bonneville International PPC Specialist. Again, look at this gap, 46 to 67K, remote full-time. Here's Cody, the paid media manager, who's probably hiring for this. We celebrate communities and families in the markets we serve. I don't understand. Digital marketing solutions across 23 radio stations. So they're doing PPC ads for a media company. Day-to-day campaign activities, bid management, budget allocation, monitoring ad copy, et cetera, Google Tag Manager, etc. At least 2 years of PPC marketing experience. Don't worry about it. Search, this is the main thing. And they say PMax, Performance Max. I tell you guys in the course, like I say, it's not that important when you're starting out because Performance Max is a way that Google is trying to automate things and take control away from the advertisers and say, hey, we're Google, you trust us, we're just going to spend your money so wisely. But it's not sustainable. You need to have a person checking on it all the time. Experience with Google Ads Editor, Google Analytics, etc. Google Ads Certified, Analytics Certification a plus, to SEO knowledge a plus, knowing how SEO impacts paid search, all this stuff. Now again, when you see 46,000 to 67,000, that indicates that again, the 2+ years, take it with a grain of salt, guys. Nobody working 2 years in the field is getting 46K. That is even lower than a lot of my students get on their first job. But what it indicates as an entry-level position is that if you get hired at 46 or 50K and you get all this hands-on experience, that's what you can leverage it into a higher paying position down the road. So this looks good. It's remote. You've got someone you can reach out to. Definitely apply on their website. Good opportunity. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope those postings gave you some inspiration, guys. There's still plenty of entry-level positions, and as you've seen, AI is not listed on any of these job postings. Because AI is a support tool. It is used to make things more efficient for research. It's very powerful, but it is not replacing the fundamental knowledge of PPC, SEO, how to do a site audit, how to structure an account, how to monitor an account. Remember, these are real companies spending real money, and even though AI technology is getting more and more advanced, everybody still wants a real human being watching everything. AI makes mistakes. And it's a big difference between ChatGPT going, whoops, sorry, I pulled the wrong information from the web, and having an automated AI system blow $2,000 or $20,000 or $200,000 of client ad spend because they made a mistake. That's why these jobs are still in demand. Remember, AI is a tool you should be using in conjunction with the fundamentals. Anyway, guys, I hope this has inspired you. If you would like to learn more about how it's possible to get into this field with no previous experience or education, click the link below. Check out my free webinar, How to Go from 0 to 60K in 1 year with no previous experience or education. Check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more success stories like this. There are still many, many opportunities. This field is only continuing to grow. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below this video or message me, Seth at digitalcareerblueprint.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video.